Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another broadcast of The Weekly with me, Neff. Please subscribe to the channel and share videos with a couple of friends. Cool video today that we're going to be discussing a film that's actually been getting a lot of buzz. Don't know if you've heard anything about it. This one was from Neon. It's called Anora, and it is currently up for a lot of Academy Awards this Oscar season here. And not only that, it has been doing fairly well at the other award shows. Maybe less popular, but still prestigious. It's been doing quite well. And I know I can think of 3 categories that it is up for at the Academy Awards this year: Best Actress, Best Director, and Best Film. So still a lot to come as far as news regarding what is going to happen with this film moving forward. But I did see in this article that the director, Sean Baker, made some interesting comments at the Indie Spirit Awards, and he really did shed light on what direction the industry is going in. So let's read into it, ladies and gents. This one is from WOR. Anora sweeps Indie Spirit Awards. Were you one of the very few who actually watched tonight's ceremony of the Independent Spirit Awards? Judging by the media coverage, you'd expect millions to have tuned in to the live stream on YouTube. That was not the case, and far from it. Only 33,000 people were watching. Sean Baker's Anora continued its award season dominance. The comic romped through Brooklyn's underworld of sex clubs and gangsters, swept the Indie Spirit Awards. It won Best Film, Best Director, and Best Lead Performance from Mikey Madison. And I hope I'm saying her name correctly. When Baker won Best Director on Saturday, he took the opportunity to reflect on the current state of independent films and warned of an unsustainable system. This is a quote from Mr. Baker. Indie film is struggling right now more than ever, Baker told the audience in a lengthy speech. Gone are the days of DVD sales that allow for greater risks to be taken on challenging films. That revenue stream is gone, and the only way to see significant back-end is to have a box office hit with profits that far exceed what any of our films will ever see unless you are Damien Leone and strike gold with a franchise like Terrifier. He continued, if you are a writer-director trying to break in right now, there's a good chance you're making a film for free or making next to nothing on the production sale. One may ask, how do you support yourself with little or no income for at least 3 years? Baker's words parallel those of a fellow nominee, Brady Corbett, who directed The Brutalist, who's also up for an Academy Award for Best Director and Best Film, I believe. Might be cinematography as well. A lot of awards that could be hitting for The Brutalist, who recently admitted barely having any money to his name, and that's despite directing a film that recently earned 10 Oscar nominations. So we got the full number there, ladies and gents. 10 Oscar nominations across the board for The Brutalist. If anything exemplifies the indie spirit, then it's these guys. Corbett, Baker, and many other filmmakers are working for next to nothing, and in an industry that seems completely uninterested in creativity and risk-taking. The fact that these mavericks are out there continuing on and marching by the beat of their own drums is worth celebrating. Next up for Anora is the SAG Awards Sunday night on Netflix. If it wins Best Ensemble and Madison takes Best Actress, the Oscars are a foregone conclusion. So, ladies and gents, what do you think about that? We're now looking at the creative side and the art. Do you think that the industry is heading in a bad direction, specifically for indie films and filmmakers? It seems like Hollywood wants to try to push them out while still letting them have some shine. It seems like most of the artsy films, they get a lot of shine at these big awards, but on the back end of that, the directors are not rewarded for that at the same time. So it's kind of like a take relationship, not so much giving. The award only does so much for you at the end of the day. You want to be able to feed your family. So it's very interesting. It's an interesting dynamic, and you can look at this in all types of industries. Music industry is the same as well, but the studio's not taking big risk. We've talked about that before. Rather than take a chance, as the article states, and I've stated before, the studio would rather just create another over-bloated sequel or a remake that already has an established fan base, built-in fan base basically, and then run with that, because obviously to them it's a lot safer to make a lot of money off of that. And for the most part, that's been hit or miss recently, so we would just have to see what the future holds overall. But I do think those were some interesting comments that Sean Baker made, and we should see some more indie push. You know what I mean? That is where the creativity is harvested at. Typically when you are seeing these big films on screen now, it's not so much that it's not creative anymore, but it's rehashed ideas. There's nothing new. There's no different angles. There's no different perspectives. So I think it's cool that we have Neon around and A24 film studios like that. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about these comments down below? you got to really think about this now, not necessarily a review, but just the direction the industry is going. So I definitely want to know what everyone thinks down below. Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications. Also, share this video with a couple of friends and colleagues. Let them know to subscribe as well. I wonder if we have any actors or actresses that are subscribed to the channel. Definitely want to know what you guys think out there, especially if you are active right now in the industry. Definitely want to hear that side of it. But with that being said, ladies and gents, please be safe. It's Neff signing off.